Alex, I spent 3 hours yesterday digging a splinter out of my palm with a pair of dull tweezers and a magnifying glass because I thought I could quick sand a piece of white oak without gloves. It's funny how the shop finds ways to remind you that you aren't nearly as smart as you think you are.
Only 3 hours? That's an improvement. Usually you just name the splinter and let it live there until it pays rent.
It was personal this time, but it got me thinking. We spend so much time fighting our materials and our tools when the technology is finally starting to catch up to our laziness. Or, as the marketing teams call it, efficiency. Welcome back to the TigerDen, folks. We've got a Sunday digest that's actually worth the sawdust in your hair.
It's May 31st, 2026, and we are looking at a world where joinery is getting cheaper, HVAC is getting fancier, and organic brutalism is apparently a thing people want in their living rooms.
Sounds like something you'd find in a caveman's high-rise apartment, doesn't it? But first, let's talk about the elephant in the woodshop. Kreg just fired a shot across the bow of the Germans.
You're talking about the Kreg Edge, the domino for the rest of us. Tiger, you've been a purist about mortise and tenons since the Bronze Age. Are you really telling me you're okay with a portable loose tenon joiner that doesn't cost as much as a used Honda Civic?
Look, I love my chisel work. There's a certain zen to hand chopping a mortise while the world goes by. But I also like being able to finish a dining table before my hair turns fully gray. The Festool Domino has been the undisputed king of the mountain for years, but that $1,500 entry fee is a bitter pill to swallow. It's like buying a surgical laser to cut a sandwich.
So, what's the Edge doing differently, besides the price tag?
It's cordless, for one. No more tripping over a vac hose and a power cord like you're playing a game of shop floor twister. It brings that high-end furniture precision down to the hobbyist level. It's going to change the game for the guy in a single-car garage who wants to move past pocket holes but isn't ready to sell a kidney for a green and black tool.
Be careful, the Festool fanboys will find your coordinates. Speaking of tools that actually do things, Milwaukee is coming for your garden.
Yeah, they dropped 5 new outdoor tools, but the one that actually made me perk up was the 7-inch folding pruning saw. I know, it sounds basic, but the teeth on this thing are aggressive. I used it to clear some overhanging limbs near the shed yesterday, and it felt like a hot knife through butter. It's got that straight blade design that feels like a real tool, not a plastic toy you'd find in a gardening for beginners kit.
You always say a tool is only as good as the hand holding it. Or is it the battery?
It's both. Pro Tool Reviews just updated their 2026 rankings, and it's a dogfight between Team Red and Team Teal right now for the best battery to power ratio. If you're looking to refresh your kit this summer, go read those guides. Don't just buy what's on sale at the big box store because the box is shiny.
Let's pivot from the shop to the job site. There's some heavy talk in the trades right now about the middle class of HVAC disappearing. It sounds a bit ominous. Is everyone just going to be either a billionaire or a guy with a wrench and a dream?
It's a polarization, really. You've got these budget outfits that are basically racing to the bottom, cutting corners until they're circular. And then you have the premium service providers who are treating HVAC like high-end engineering.
And the news from ACHR says that's actually a good thing for the techs?
It's a goldmine, Alex. If you're a technician who actually gives a rip about your craft, the path to a high-paying career has never been clearer. We're moving into high-efficiency heat pumps and smart home integration. That's not fixing a furnace, that's managing a climate ecosystem.
I love that Eagle Pipe Heating and Air out in Washington is donating equipment to trade schools. We talk a lot about the labor gap, but they're actually putting their gear where their mouth is.
That's how you solve it. You don't wait for a government grant, you go to the local school and hand a kid a manifold gauge. My tip for the pros out there, stop being a generalist. Be the person who understands the complex sensors and the high-margin efficiency systems. That's where the old guard is falling behind, and that's where the new money is.
Okay, let's talk business. The maker moguls are looking at the 2026 trends, and I have to ask, Tiger, do you know what organic brutalism is?
It sounds like something I'd say after a few too many IPAs. It's basically taking your mistakes and calling them features. No, it's that raw, heavy look. Concrete slabs, unrefined wood textures, things that look like they were pulled out of a quarry but still feel sophisticated. It's the opposite of that flat, fast furniture that feels like it's made of compressed sawdust and sadness.
People are craving texture. Shopify says tufted rugs and resin jewelry are the big made-to-order winners this year.
Those are high perceived value items. You can get into tufting for relatively cheap, but the finished product looks like $1,000. If you're selling on Shopify or Etsy, here's the play. Change your tags. Use biophilic design. Use hand textured. It's about catching that SEO wave that craves the human touch.
Biophilic design. You've been reading the interior design magazines again, haven't you?
I look at the pictures, Alex. I look at the pictures, but seriously, if you're a maker, your photography needs to show those textures. Don't hide the grain, don't hide the tool marks. In 2026, the flaw is the selling point. It's the proof that a human actually bled over it.
Before we wrap, let's get into the Sunday DIY dirt. You were watching a crew tackle 21,000 square feet of pavers? That's not a weekend project. That's a life sentence.
I was exhausted just watching the video. But the principle of the sub base is exactly the same whether you're doing 20,000 feet or a 20-foot patio for your grill. People always mess up the sand layer. They try to eyeball it with a rake like they're Zen gardening.
And you have a Tiger-style hack for that?
It's the PVC trick. I tell everyone this. Get 2 lengths of 1-inch PVC pipe, lay them parallel in your gravel base, dump your sand, then pull a straight board across the pipes like they're train tracks. It's called a screed rail. You pull those pipes out, fill the little grooves left behind, and you've got a surface so flat, it'd make a physicist weep.
Simple, cheap, and saves you from a wonky patio that collects puddles like a bird bath. I like it.
It's the little wins, Alex. Whether it's using a PVC pipe as a level, or finally buying a mobile base for your table saw so you can actually park your car in the garage for once.
Is that a hint? Are we finally moving your saw?
Maybe next Sunday.
So, what's the big takeaway for our TigerDen family today? We covered a lot, from Kreg's new joinery tool to some high-level HVAC shifts and the brutal side of home decor.
The takeaway is that the good old days of craftsmanship aren't behind us. They're right now. We have tools that are more accessible than ever, and a market that actually wants to pay for the soul of a handmade object. But you have to be willing to evolve. Whether you're learning a new heat pump system or trying your hand at tufting, the moment you stop being a student is the moment your shop starts gathering dust.
Spoken like a man who just spent 3 hours with a splinter and came out the other side a philosopher.
It was a very educational splinter, Alex.
Thanks for joining us in the den today. If you want to dive deeper, check the show notes for our pathways. We've got dedicated tracks for the trades, the maker moguls, and the DIY masters.
Keep your heads up and your blades sharp. See you in the shop.